got approved, did it?
No, so
A few minutes away, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll be conducting the auction right here, I'd say. No better place. Yes. And that is a little bit more momentum. People coming up and then we'll be offloading these.
Hand up. Tracy? Pick up my wife, because she already
Okay, well, good afternoon. No, it's the morning, isn't it? It's afternoon in the southern states. Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. A very good morning to you all, and welcome to our auction here today at number 77 Heritage Lane in Craiglee. My name is Milo Rasanak. I will be your auctioneer. Assisting me are my colleagues and friends, Mark, Cassie, Julie, Lee, Steve, I think somewhere in the crowd, and of course Sula, who we have to thank on behalf of the vendors and certainly the company. Outstanding work in representing the vendor in terms of the marketing, the exposure, the customer service provided, and of course the management of the campaign throughout. Congratulations, Sula. So ladies and gentlemen, you are such a popular person. As always, a big thank you to our owners, of course. We wouldn't be here without them. And our owners for entrusting the sale of this special home to us for your competition and spirited bidding here today. The contracts, as displayed, will then be prepared in line with the REIQ and everything that you need to know certainly has been encompassed in that documentation. The property today will be for sale by public auction and subject to the vendor's reserve price. The highest bidder shall be the purchaser. If any dispute arises concerning the bidding, then the property shall be put up against the last undisputed bidder. I, as your auctioneer, may determine that dispute. Now, the property is offered for sale, GST inclusive, so what that means, the contract price is the full purchase price here today. All bidders must be registered, and there are, I think, 5 or 6 registered bidders at the moment, so good luck with your bidding and use your panels if you can. The purchaser also acknowledges, whether you're bidding online or here today, that you're entering into a contract of sale today that is unconditional. So what that means, of course, that there won't be any conditions, no pest inspections or subject to finance. That's all been sorted out as I'm sure it should be. Now, the auctioneer may take one or more bids on behalf of the vendor, and of course, once the bid is made, it cannot be retracted. The terms of the sale here today is 10% deposit on the fall of the hammer and the balance in ideally 30 days from today's date. Today's date, of course, being the 16th day of October 2021. And typically just another beautiful day in paradise. Now those, of course, that are down south and the weather isn't too great today, they'd be seeing this and saying, my goodness, look at the weather. But folk, I hate to remind you that this is the weather almost every single day. It gets boring a bit, doesn't it, sometimes? In fact, yeah, having come up to live here just recently, I know as locals, you know, when there's a little bit of cloud cover and the wind comes in slightly and the temperature might drop 1 or 2 degrees, you put your cardigans on. Unbelievable. Anyway, this is absolute paradise. That's what you're here for, ladies and gentlemen, and that is why this property was built in this particular far north Queensland destination. But what's more important here is your bidding is important. If you do not bid, you will not buy. So the highest bidder will have indeed the first right at the vendor's reserve price. So again, I reiterate, if you do not bid, you will not buy. If you hold back and you think, oh, we'll negotiate if the property passes in, you might just find that the property is sold and you have not been given the opportunity. That's why the preference is nowadays for the auction process. It's open, it's transparent, and it gives everybody the opportunity to bid to your maximum amount. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is what we're selling, a piece of absolute paradise. Yes, when Sula first listed the property, saw it on the internet, I thought, wow, it looks pretty nice. But it's that first impressions that count when you see and you fall in love with your own eyes. And that's certainly what I've done. Having sold many, many prestigious properties in my time, this, wow, I have to say, takes the cake. And as I was walking through the property on the first occasion, some 5 or 6 weeks ago, I thought, the owners have built this forever. Absolutely forever. And that was the case almost 10 years ago when the property was built, through blood, sweat and tears. This product that is presented to you today did not just happen in 6 months' time, in 12 months' time or in 18 months' time. You look at the flora and the fauna, you look at all the landscaping and you look at how everything's matured and the property has indeed, it was built to last forever. But unfortunately, nothing is forever, ladies and gentlemen, is it? So, a reluctant sale that it is, and of course it's an emotional sale when you're letting go of a home like this. But it'll go to a good family, that's who's interested, and that's where it belongs, to a lovely family that can see friends, family, children come up and enjoy what indeed our owners have built some time ago. If you're looking for some rental assistance there, we're looking at up to $1,500 a night. That's circa $10,000 a year. Boy, oh boy, God help us when the Southerners are able to come back up again. They are lined up. The resorts are booked out in advance with people just moving and shifting their times of preference. But once those planes start flying directly from Victoria and New South Wales, properties like this will be booked out for a year if that's what you want. If you don't, you can afford to live in the property as it is, then just do so. Okay, we've got, in terms of living, we've got 740 square metres in total of living undercover, also all in total. So 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, 4th bathroom here, huge main bedroom upstairs and a home office. You've got 3 living zones downstairs, cooling the very best of throughout. You've got this undercover entertaining area, the infinity pool. I'm just breathless, really. 11 acres of prime real estate. And what I get most excited about is understanding a little bit about real estate and opportunity and the development and the increase of properties that do so are properties like this. You've got clear water views surrounded there. You've got the Port Douglas Hill, and all of about a 6-7 minute drive to Port Douglas, a 6-8 minute drive to Mossman, an hour's drive into Cairns. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the perfect property. Move in and enjoy it. All the hard work has been done. If you looked at buying land and then developing and indeed producing this product again, we're thankful to have Tony from NQ Homes, and Tony, said his piece at the moment, $2,000 a square metre to build something like this, ladies and gentlemen. So work out what it would cost in replacement. So somebody is going to be the lucky purchaser here today. A great home in a great location. Give it your best shot. You will certainly not regret buying this special home here today. Where can we see a fair and reasonable start then for number 77 Heritage Lane in Craiglee? We're in your hands. All we're looking for is a fair and reasonable start. Whoever the lucky purchaser is today, we promise we'll throw you in the pool and serve you a chilled bottle of champagne. Got plenty of towels. What's a fair beginning? Who'd like to start off? $2 million anywhere at all? I would have thought there should be an absolute wave at $2 million, ladies and gentlemen. Well under replacement value, but at 2, who'd like to start me off at 2 anywhere at all? In your hands now. At $2 million anywhere? $2 million got now. At $2 million now, I would have thought so. At $2 million now, I'm fairly a bit off now. I'm at a bit at 2. At $2 million, I'll take 50,000 in the rise from here. At $2 million a bit now, I'm a bit at 2 at 2 now. At $2 million now, 50 in the rise at $2 million and 50. There should be 4 or 5 of you now, and certainly online. At $2 million, can I see it at 50 in the rise anywhere at all? At $2 million got. At $2 million now, at 50 at the rear. At $2 million and 50 now, I'm at a bit at $2 million and 50 now. Bids against you there and there. At $2 million and 50,000 I hold. At $2 million and 50, come back for another 50 if you like, and 2-1 it is. At $2,100,000 now, and a bit at 2-1. At $2,100,000 now. At $2,100,000 against you at the rear and anywhere else. At $2,100,000 I hold now. Nobody bid will be negotiating. This is your opportunity. We're not near the reserve, but you need to be the highest bidder. At $2,100,000, fairly bit off and now 2-1. At $2,100,000, 215 against you there or anywhere else. At $2,100,000, surely you won't lose it for 50. At 50 got now 2,150. At 2,150,000 back in bids against you there or anywhere else. At 2,150,000 I hold. Are you done? Silent. Help. At 2,150,000 at the rear there. No, are you all done? All silent. All out then. At $2,150,000 are you sure you're outdone and silent? At 2,150,000 for the first, second, third and final call now. At $2,150,000 it is, and are we all done? All silent, all out. At $2,150,000. 2-2. Yep. Ooh, on the death knock, make the bidding clear, loud, not too late, otherwise you'll miss out. At $2,200,000, Guys, you've got some competition. This is where your wives should just dig in now. Watch your ribs. You're going to get one or two. At $2,200,000 here now with the left jab. At $2,200,000 here and against you here and here at 50 in the rise. At $2,200,000. Are you done? Silent. Finished. At $2,200,000. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll just seek further instructions from the vendors. I'll be back out in a couple of minutes. Won't be but a moment.
Yeah, so he's going to go talk to the vendor.
Okay, thank you for your patience, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry that it's just taken a few extra minutes, but Margie's upstairs and certainly getting some support from family and friends, and a very emotional time, as you can appreciate. This home was built for them to be here forever, so it's a tough time for her, but we're certainly here to support her and the lucky purchaser here today. You just have to bear with us and pay a little bit more money. So, at $2,200,000 now, we've got the highest bidder here on the phone, and we've got two other bidders at the rear, and certainly other people have not contributed, but this is your opportunity. I can tell you we are not the world away, so if you think, oh no, we may not bid, who knows, no, I can tell you we're not the world away, so if you're the highest bidder, you are in the box seat. So, now's not to get shy, guys, have a chat amongst yourselves, because you may miss out on a very, very prestigious one-off home here in this precinct. So, at $2,200,000, I'll resubmit the property. I will not be going back upstairs unless I have to. My instructions are very, very clear. At $2,200,000, I'll take $50,000 in the rise from you or you. This is your last opportunity. Last call now. This is the time to show a little bit of strength, a little bit of stamina, a little bit of guts and determination, boys. This is what it's all about. Now or never. Girls, give him a nudge. At 2,200,000 here, 50 in the rise I'll take. At here now. At $2,200,000, 50 there or there, you're going to lose it. At $2,200,000, you're going to lose it. At $2,200,000 now, no better bet. Think about what you're bidding for. At $2,200,000, you've been through on numerous occasions. At $2,200,000 now, we're about to start charging you rent how many times you came through. At $2,200,000 once. At $2,200,000 twice. At $2,200,000 for the third and last call now. At $2,200,000 here then. Are we all done? All silent? All out then? At $2,200,000, you sure you're all out, all done, all silent? At $2,200,000. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be negotiating with the highest bidder. Very confident you'll see your sold sign up today. Thank you again for attending another Ray White auction. We bid you a very, very good afternoon. Thank you.
Is it off?